The sun dipped low over the dusty village square, where the sound of a wooden mallet striking stone echoed through the air. At the center sat Adewale, a young sculptor with eyes that carried both wonder and wisdom beyond his years. His hands, darkened and strong from labor, moved with care over the block of wood before him. Each strike, each carving, was not just craft, it was memory, history, and voice. The villagers often gathered to watch. Children sat wide-eyed as Adewale's figure slowly emerged, their laughter hushed by the reverence of the work. Elders leaned on their staffs, whispering to each other about the old stories that his hands seemed to summon from silence. His sculptures were not ordinary art, they carried meaning, layered like the rings of a tree. One day, he carved the figure of a mother, bent low with a child tied to her back. The villagers stared at the finished work and saw their own mothers reflected there, the sacrifices, the sleepless nights, the tenderness hidden in weary eyes. Women wiped tears from their cheeks, while men nodded, remembering the hands that had once lifted them from dust. Another time, he shaped the figure of a lion with its mouth open wide. Children gasped at its fierce expression, but the elders understood. Strength, they said. The courage to protect our home. The figure became a symbol, reminding the people that bravery was not only in battle but also in standing for truth when silence seemed easier. The most striking of Adewale's works was a tall sculpture of a man and woman holding hands, their feet rooted deep into the same base. Unity, Adewale whispered as he polished the surface. The villagers gathered and marveled, understanding that their lives, like those carved figures, were bound together. No family, no person could stand alone. As seasons passed, the village square became a gallery of meaning. Each sculpture carried a story, of love, of struggle, of hope, of the bond between man and nature. Travelers came from faraway lands to see them, and they left with whispers of Africa's heart etched into their minds. Adewale never sought wealth or fame. His reward was the light in the eyes of those who looked upon his work and found themselves reflected in its truth. The people of the village grew to understand that his artistry was more than craft, it was a bridge. Through wood and stone, he carried the wisdom of ancestors and placed it in the hands of the living. In time, long after Adewale's hair turned grey, his sculptures remained in the square. They stood as guardians of memory, silent teachers to children not yet born. And when the people looked upon them, they did not just see figures carved from stone and wood. They saw their story, their identity, and their soul, forever told through the artistry of a sculptor who understood that true beauty lies in the symbols we leave behind.